Kakadosh, Boker Or, Shavua Tov. Discussion in Rabbi Imam Tovo Masechet Batra Daf Yudalef Amud Alef 111a1. We're starting on 110b, the last line where it says Va'aish et imo, that a man is going to inherit his mother. So he said Nochalim velo manchilin. So it says Menanamile. How do we know? Right? He says, how do we know these words? The Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in a Braita. V'chol bat yoresh nachala mimatot bnei Israel. Any girl, right, a daughter. So he says, any daughter yoresh nachala mimatot bnei Israel, from the matot bnei Israel. Hech bat yoresh shne matot. How is it that a woman is going to inherit two different tribes? Right, because it says v'chol bat yoresh nachala mimatot, from two different tribes. How does she inherit two different tribes? Ela, but rather, meaning the father's from one shevet and the mother's from another shevet. So that's why she's going to inherit from the two different tribes. So he says, right? No, you've got two different tribes. Ima mi Yehuda ve'aba mi shevet Dan.
That's it.
Yeah, but עכשיו אם ההורים שלה נפטרים, היא לא יורשת?
מהאימא?
כן, היא יורשת מהאימא שלה, וגם האבא שלה. He says, Ela, zo shavia mishevet echavim mishevet acher, umetu v'yirashadan. So same thing. The father is from one tribe. The mother is from another tribe. They both die without children. She gets the Yerusha. She's the daughter. She gets the Yerusha. Ve'eli ela bat, but that's only going to be a girl. Ben minayin, how do we know that a boy the same halacha would apply? Amarta kal v'chomer. It's a kal v'chomer. Uma bat shura kocha. He says, just like a daughter, that she doesn't have the best power in her father's property, because remember that she doesn't get it first. It always goes to the boys. Yeah? First goes to the boys and then the girls. So he says, that she has a better strength in her mother's properties. Ben right? But says the Gemara, but from where you're coming, meaning the son should become before the daughter, in both, whether it's in the father's properties or in the mother's properties. No, they're equal in Niksayim. Meaning, according to their shita, to do with the father, the boys always come first. But to do with the mother, they're equal. That's a chidush. You just understood. כן, הבנתם? זאת אומרת, לגבי האמא, הבן ובת זה אותו דבר. סלם שוס. Yeah, בירושה. Okay? My time, what's the reasoning? לבוא מן הדין, ליאו כנידון. ותנקמה לא דריש דיו, but what? Tanakama doesn't hold of דיו? Why not? דיו is דורייתא היא. So he comes and he says, yeah, he says, the Tanya was learned in a Braita, midin kal v'chomer keitzad, ויאמר השם למשה, ואב ירוק ירק בפניה לא תיכלם שבעת ימים, קל וחומר לשכינה, זה קל וחומר for the שכינה. 14, right? It says 14, אלא דיו לבוא מן הדין להיות כנידון, בעלמא דריש דיו. בדרך כלל we come and we are דורש דיו. Right? ושנה הכה, but here it's going to be different. The Makar, as the pasuk says, mimatot. What does that mean? We know that Miriam had sarat, correct? And there it says, aloti kalem shivat yamim. It was a kal v'chomer from the Shechina, because the Shechina is much more than just a father. So therefore it's going to be 14 days, right? Which means like this. If you're making kal v'chomer, because he says, halot, meaning Miriam needs tzara, she got the tzarat, Moshe Rabbeinu comes and he prays for her. So what happens? It's supposed to be after 7 days. But now, if it's going to be from the Shechina should be double. So it should be 14 days, not 7 days. But he says, Dayo lavo min hadin. What does that mean? We come, since you're learning it only from the father, so therefore we're not going to make it more than what you learned from. Meaning like this. If the original source is A, and I'm learning from the original source, כן? אני לומד מהמקור. אני לא יכול להיות יותר מחמיר מהמקור. I cannot be more stringent than the מקור, than the fuente, right, from the actual source. So therefore, since the source was 7 days, you wanted to make a kavachomer, yeah, but where are you learning from? From Nizifav, 7 days. That was apparent to 7 days. No. He says, so then even if it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which technically I would have done a kavachomer, it's only 7 days. So he says, "Be'alma darish dayo." Really, be'amet, we are doresh dayo. Shanehacha, here it's different, but it says mimatot, makish. It's going to be a hekesh. Yeah, sometimes you're allowed to make a hekesh. Yeah, yachol hakish. Right, right. Ben mate ha'em le mate ha'av. Ma mate ha'av kodem le mate. Right, ben kodem le ba'at. So to mate ha'em ben kodem. Meaning like this, it's a juxtaposition between the inheritances. By the inheritance of the father, who goes first? Boys or girls? Boys. So too, hekesh in the inheritance of the mother, boys go first. That's the way we learn it. Yeah, also the mother. Rabbi Nitai savar lemevad uvda. So Rabbi Nitai is thought to do an action like Rabbi Zechariah ben Karatzav. That basically that they're equal. And he told them, Shemuel, Keman, who are you going like? Zechariah ben Karatzav? Afet Zechariah, he says it's nothing. The halakha is not like him. Meaning, why would you do like him? The halakha is not like him. Rabbi Tav lavad uvda. Rabbi Zechariah ben Karatzav. Rabbi Tav actually did an action like him. Rav Nachman tells him, my high, what are you doing? Elmaleh says, "Damar chanim Rashamiya mishmed derav alachazak v'zechariya kanatzav." Elmaleh zila adar b'cha, go retract your ruling. V'lo mapkin lechad v'chanin v'shlamya meunech. If not, I'm going to take you out of your ear. Meaning, kilo, I'm going to, like Rav Nachman is telling him, you have to retract on your ruling. End of hakazeh. The ben is always kodem lebat. The son is always before the daughter. Rabbi Zechariah ben Katzav sover שזה אותו דבר. שבן ובת זה אותו דבר. לגבי נכסי האם. Only to do it. Only b'nechsei hayim. Ba'em. Yeah, only b'nechsei hayim. And they're telling you, no, not even that. The third story, right? Avuna barchia, Sabal Me'ez Vuda Zechariah ben Katzav. Elmaleh Nachman, Maya, what are you doing? Elmaleh Damer Vuda Mandav. Elachazek Zechariah ben Katzav. Elmaleh, he says, Shlach le, right? Go tell Ravuna that you're saying that in his name. Ichsif, he became embarrassed. Elmaleh, he says, Hashta kinach nafshed Ravuna. Now when Ravuna is going to pass away, Trisit kivli. Right? You were matris befanai. Right? You're not going to be chozer becha. Right? Why? Because you don't want to go against Rav Huna. You command. Who did he go like? He held like Rav Shmuel. That means basically they both held like that. Rav and Shmuel both hold that the halacha is not like Zechariah, Rabbi Zechariah ben Katzav. Another story. Mistamech v'azil Rabbi Yanai katva de Rav Simlai shameh. So Rabbi Yanai was going and he was leaning on the shoulder of Rav Simlai, right? Is shamash. V'ati Rabbi Yehuda Nesiya lapayu. Came Rabbi Yehuda Nesiya in front of them. Elmaleh, and he told him, Bar inash de ata lekivlana. He says a person that's coming, right? Who ya'i vegulte ya'i. He's nice and his talit is nice. Yeah, so means I'm going to tell you. By the way, the guy he's very nice dressed. So kimata legameh, when he came in front of him, gashasha, right? He felt the talit, right? And what happened? Elmaleh, he says, then shiure, right? Kisak. He says this beged is like the sackcloth. So they ask, how do we know that the son is before the daughter Nisaim? Elmaleh, he says, it says in Pasuk, matot. What does it mean, matot? Makish mate ha'av, ha'em le mate ha'av. There's going to be a juxtaposition of mate ha'av, ha'em mate ha'av. Ma mate ha'av kodem leben. Just like by the father, the son is always before the daughter. So too in the mate ha'em, ben kodem lebat. So too is going to be before. Say Elmaleh, he says, ma mate ha'av bechor noter pishnayim, af mate ha'em bechor noter pishnayim. He says what? The Bechor is always going to take double portion. So too in Matei Hayim, the Bechor is also going to take double portion. Kuf Yod Aleph Amud Bet, yeah, 112b, 111b, sorry. So Elmaleh, he says l'shamet l'shamash, good, yeah, pull me, let din saveh melaf, right? He doesn't want to learn. He wants to start asking, right? He's asking questions, right, which are very easy to answer. Sometimes people just stam, they want to ask questions. It's like, I remember once Mansour told somebody, זה לא מצווה לשאול שאלות. I mean, it's not a mitzvah to start asking questions. You understand? Some people, they have that in their mind. No, they have to ask a question. There's no mitzvah. Okay? The Tamamai. So he says, so what's the reasoning? Abai says, the Pasuk says, Bechol asher yimatzeh lo. Lo velo la. Which means, who are you giving the Bechor to? The Bechor is only going to give to him. Bechol asher yimatzeh lo. To the boy, another girl. Meaning, from here we learn that a girl does not inherit, right, pishnayim. Okay? Which means, right, that it's not, sorry, I'm not on the girl. We're talking about that the man, meaning the Bechor, is not going to take Pishnaim, right, from the mother, only from the father. That's what it means, right? Meaning the girl, meaning that the mother.
From the mother, everything.
No. One more time. We're talking about a Bechor. A Bechor always takes double. But he only takes double in his father's properties, not in his mother's properties. That's what we just said.
Mother property.
Everyone equal. Everyone equal. Okay? The Ema Hanamila, one of these words, Bachur Shenasa Almana. But if it's going to be Bachur Shenasa Betula, Hachana Mideshake, maybe you should take Bishnaim. Right? So Rav Nachman ben Yitzchak, the Pasuk says Reshit Ono velo ona. It's coming from the father, not from the mother. So therefore, the Bechor is Reshit Ono. It's his first strength, right? And not from her. Okay? So now the Gemara says as follows. So the Gemara says, yeah, so you come and he says, Haomi Baile, he says, Leba achar nefelim. So he says that you need it for somebody who's born after a nefel. Remember that a nefel is that a stillborn or a person that didn't live for the 30 days. Which means like this. Only when a person is after 30 days does a person worried for him. Right? What does that mean? So therefore it's not considered a viable birth. So he says, so therefore that he's also considered the Bechor for Nachala, because he's going to be taking the Nachalot. Okay? So basically like this. So says the Gemara, if so, why don't we just say Ki hu reshit on? Right? My ono. What does it mean ono? Shemamina tarte. It comes teach you two different things. Because basically it's talking about two different, it's a reshit ono velo ona, which means that it's from the Bechor is, right, even by Betula, the Bechor is also Reshit Ona, right? That's the Reshit Ona, Velo Ona, that means it wasn't by the Betula, plus, right, Aba Achad Nefalim. So says the Gemara, Vakati, I'm still going to say, Hanimil, one of these words, Le'almon Shenasa Betula, only for an Almon that gets married to a Betula. Aba Bechur Shenasa Betula, but when you have a Bechur that got married to a Betula, right, Achenami de Shakil, or you're also going to say that he's going to take it, El Amarava, but rather Rava says, Amarkar, the Pasuk says, Lo Mishpat Bechora. Mishpat Bechora Le'ish, right? Velo mishpat bechora liisha. Mishpat bechora is only for the man and not for the woman. Okay. Ve'aisha tishto. Yeah. So this is now the one that the man that's inheriting his wife. Menan mile. Where are these words from? The Tan Rabbanan, because we learned in the Braita. She'ero zo ishto. She'ero is ishto. Umlamet shabal yoresh tishto. So we're learning that it's that means the husband inherits the wife. No, not the other way around. Not the wife inherits the husband. The husband inherits the wife. 1 minute. Yachol af hiti l'shem. So I would have thought to say that she also inherits him. He inherits her, but not the other way around. So it says the pasuk, but the pasuk is not written like that. So Rabbi says, you have to learn like this. Amarava sakina charifa mafsaki krai. He says, there's a pasek. Yeah, I couldn't hear it that well. You know, it's too far away. Yeah. It's not. I have to do it again. Yeah, he says there was a sakin chad that was mafsik. Yeah, he says Elam Rava, but rather Rava says, Achigamar doesn't even say, Untatem nachalat she'ero lo. So kasavar gor'in umosifim v'dorshin, which means that we're going to take away and add and put all together. So therefore, it's ki'ilu. We're taking away the vav from nachalato, and we're taking the lamed from lish ero, and then it becomes lo. So it's untatem nachalat she'ero lo. Right? You understand what we did? We took off one lamed and we took off a vav. Lish ero, the lamed from the lish ero, and nachalato, we took the vav from nachalato, so it's nachalat. So he said, untatem nachalat she'ero lo. Okay, v'hai tanya matilaha, me'acha, they also learn it from here. The Tanya was learned to the right of Yarashotam, and Amet Yoresh Tishto, Divra Kiva, these words of Kiva, Rabbi Shmuel Omer, he says, I don't need it. Hadei Omer, it says, V'chol bat Yoresh Nachalad Mimatot B'nei Yisrael Mincha Mishpachat. Basabat Balak Tu Midaber, we're talking about the husband. Right? What does that mean? Meaning it's only because of the Sabah that the husband is inheriting the wife. The husband, that means, I don't need a pasuk to teach you, right? V'yarashota. Even without that, if it says that a girl is going to come and take a nachala from one shevet to another, it means that she got married. So it says ve'omer, and it says ve'lo tizod nachla l'bnei Yisrael matel matel acher. Ve'omer, and it says ve'lo tizod nachla matel matel acher. Ve'lazar ben Aaron met va'yikviru oto b'gva Pinchas beno. How do we know Pinchas shelo yalo lo Lazar? Ela melamed shenasa Pinchas isha v'meta. Pinchas, right? He got married and she died. V'yarasha, and he actually came and he inherited her. ואומן, and it says in pasuk, הושגו והוליד את יאיר ויהי לו 23 ערים בארץ הגלעד. He had 23, right, cities in the land of Gilad. So says the Gemara, right, why is it exactly, how do we know that Yair, right, had this rechush? So that was Hashem.